Nearly 5 years into World War II, an Allied force of 13 nations crossed the Channel to take the fight to Nazi-occupied France and meet Hitler's army head-on. Guy's parachute jump will be a tribute to one soldier in particular, a 20-year-old Royal Marine lorry driver called John Martin, Guy's late grandfather.
I don't know what he's doing there. That's my granddad, my dad's dad. And then I think that's me. That's when we went over for the 50th anniversary when I was at school. Yeah, giving him my granddad's car. Yeah, just then giving him the front seats. We spent like 10 days doing it. It was great. Me, my granddad and my dad went round all the places my granddad got to. It's great. I got a lot of time off school. It was great. Good old boy. Would Jack be proud? Yeah, he wouldn't make a fuss of it. He wouldn't like that. He wouldn't have a few words. He wouldn't say much. I think he would, deep down, he'd be proud.
25 years after that family trip, Guy will return to Normandy, all being well, by parachute. But first, every paratrooper needs a plane. The aircraft Guy is going to jump out of is also one he's going to help rebuild. He's brought his father Ian, a World War II buff, to a restoration in Coventry to start work on the plane that led the way on D-Day.
500,000 rivets.
Oh, it's amazing.
Want a fighter, want a bomber, just a bit of a cargo plane. Yeah, like the transit van, they want it. It was just unsung hero. Yeah, I like it. Workhorse.
It's a Douglas C-47, nicknamed the Dakota by the Brits who flew in it.
I've got great faith in Dakotas. I jumped out of a Dakota this afternoon. There was nothing flash about it, but they was marvellous planes to me.
The Allied Supreme Commander Dwight D. Eisenhower said this unarmoured cargo plane was as important to winning the war as the atomic bomb.
This is going to be steel, this bit.
Right.
Because when they put jeeps in, if it had been aluminium, it would have buckled it.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
It was so versatile. I mean, it would carry God knows how many paras. It could tow a glider. Damn useful. Trust the Yanks to come up with something really good.
And about bullet holes there that are cut out.
It's gone through some work, hasn't it?
1,200 were used on D-Day. 1,200 Dakotas.
Only a handful remain. The Coventry plane, called Night Fright, flew on D-Day, but needs a full rebuild to get it ready for the 75th anniversary in 9 months' time.
I think that's a bit on the optimistic side. Loads to do, isn't there? Oh, hydraulics, bulkheads, engines, fuel tanks, electrics. Where do we end? You'd look in the centre wing, you'd look at all the wiring and the piping in there. Some work to do.
And another go. Ready?
The plane was saved from an Arkansas scrapyard by an aviation enthusiast who wants to create the ultimate flying tribute. And today, the rebuild begins.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. It's a significant moment, definitely. We've been taking the aircraft apart since we bought it in 2012, so it's a big moment to finally see two sections of it going back together.
The first task is to join the two biggest parts, the fuselage and the centre section of the wings.
Worst case scenario is we undo months and years of work and dedication. You know, all in all, the aircraft is probably worth £300,000, £400,000, so it's a significant chunk of money, but it's just the time you'd lose if you damaged it there and you'd have to go back and repair it, really.
Team on the top, please, Guy.
Yeah, OK.
Guy's jumping straight into the middle of it all to rust-proof the bolts that keep the wings on.
Right, let me put a taste on there, then.
All right.
The thin strips of metal are called shims.
You'd want that fairly well glued down, because I don't want that bugger to swing out, do you?
Like a wedge under a table leg, they ensure the fuselage sits level.
And obviously, when you drop the fuselage onto the top of the wing section, it's not going to sit 100% true, you know, because there might be a bit of a gap here, but it's tight there, so you nip it all down and it's stressing the fuselage. So by putting those shims in, there's no one to stress.
The small restoration team are determined to prepare everything to an immaculate standard, even the areas that won't be seen.
It's not about that, is it? It's not about seeing them, it's just making, you know, so it'll last another 70 years. Longevity. Yeah, this job's simple, but it's either right or it's wrong, and that's the right way to do it.
Come forward as well.
The Dakota is one of the world's most successful aircraft designs.
It is made of metal. It has 2 motors and 2 propellers.
It was based on an aviation pioneer, the Douglas DC-3 of 1936, the first plane to fly passengers across America cheaply and dependably.
Those little white lines are highways.
America used its industrial might to scale up production for the military version. 6 months before D-Day, the Douglas factory in Oklahoma was completing an unbelievable 1 plane every hour.
Nice and steady. Slow it down. Too far.
Things move a little slower in Coventry.
Right, I'm going to come down really slowly, yeah? Everybody clear?
If the 2-ton load isn't lined up correctly,
Fingers.
it will strip the threads clean off the bolts.
You're going to lower it another inch, yeah?
What a sight to see, eh?
Okay, that's lined up.
Jiggling those sections of fuselage into that sandwich section on the wing.
Hold on.
Getting one side in, and then you get the other side in, but the other side pops out.
Up, please. Yeah.
Matt, the crane driver, £500,000 crane,
Any more available?
just on his controller, millimetre at a time.
Bit more. That's enough.
No messing.
Yeah.
It takes an hour of tense manoeuvring before the lift is complete.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Relax.
Guy's dad has loved every second.
Oh, I take my hat off to everybody. When you think the size of the fuselage, the engine's on, the wheels, all fastened on by 10 studs and nuts each side. I mean, it takes my breath away. Absolutely out of this world experience to watch.
It went really well. It's been a really good day for us, a momentous occasion. We've got over that milestone now, so it looks like an aircraft now and not a giant airfix kit. And we can sort of move on and do some of the detailing now. It's been a great day.
There are 9 months to go before the D-Day anniversary and Guy's parachute jump. With the plane underway, he can now start preparing himself to become a paratrooper.